Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. An interesting day yesterday, no doubt about it. Crimsix came out a few days ago and said, look, if you've got Octane in your top 5 assault rifle players in the game, you are completely lost. Octane's like, look, hang on a second, Crimsix. You're like the winningest player of all time. Why are you so soft about what these people on Reddit have to say about KD? And also, why are you being so weird to me online as of late? We are still pretty good friends from my estimation. Intrigued to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you were new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. Already outside the channel, thank you very much indeed for doing that. First of all, this I thought was incredible from 100 Thieves. Collaboration with Gucci coming pretty soon. Kenny being the face of it is absolutely awesome, to be honest. And well, I thought it was kind of funny what people said on Reddit about this. The fact that, look, 100 Thieves merchandise, it's already pretty hard to come by and expensive. And well, it's going to hit the stratosphere, no doubt, with this collaboration relatively soon. As Kenny says, this is beyond crazy. Can't believe, as Marduk says right here, you told Cap, I don't need to rotate. I'm a Gucci model. Refer to me as Gucci Kid from now on in scrims, or it responded at JCap415. Yeah, now I definitely know my next roster move. Of course, technically, Los Angeles Thieves could still make them changes towards the end of the season. I doubt they will unless things go completely wrong these next couple of weeks before Stage 5 Major. And well, of course, Kenny is looking for, well, Gucci Kid is looking to get his first ring come the World Championship in just over a month's time. Thought I'd mention this as well from Clayster. Got a lot to say. The only thing I will say is that I'm really tired of all this. Feel bad for Clayster, to be honest. Earlier this season, he was saying how difficult it was being the only veteran on his team, ready to bring up these younger guys inside and out of the game. They obviously had some great success when they brought Hydra in for Stage 3 and made the Grand Finals, of course, there. As of late, things have been more difficult for them, certainly in a slump. Can they turn it around for the World Championships? I certainly think they can. Clayster, of course, going for the back-to-back, which is pretty incredible. But yeah, I hope things are okay for Clayster, and well, he can help turn things around for this New York squad. So we get another potential competitor to FaZe, right? Because at the end of the day, out of FaZe's 4 losses this season, 2 of them have come at the hands of Clayster and the New York subliners. Speaking of it, well, 6 years ago now, on this day yesterday, FaZe Clan won their second event of Advanced Warfare. These are more positive times, I suppose. This is what's so impressive about this is not only did this attached Clayster, Zoomer and Enable team go 24 in 2 map counts at this event, but this is pretty much when the OpTic dynasty were at the peak of their powers. They were almost untouchable for a time throughout the kind of middle of Advanced Warfare, but at the end of the season right here, FaZe Clan split events with them. I'm pretty sure 3-3, like 3 out of 6 events they won, including this one that they did take the victory on with them, well, the first event as a team of 4, which continued into Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, not with so much the same success, but yeah, certainly a feat worthy of recognition. Let's talk about this then, right? Because I'm sure a few of you guys have, well, seen some of the clips that came out of this. Octane on the Esports podcast yesterday. We'll look at what he has to say on Crimsix here in just a couple of seconds. Wanted to touch briefly on what he said about this channel specifically, because, look, I certainly understand Octane's perspective on things. I never expected this channel, well, I never expected the pros to appreciate or like this channel or anything, because the content is not built for them, right? And I make 60-odd videos a month. Some of them are probably going to cross the line in terms of what's clickbait. I try and do my best at keeping things grounded and keeping everything fair, but like when you make a lot of videos, like some of them maybe are going to cross the line, some of them aren't going to go far enough, you could argue. And you know, Octane has double the amount of subscribers I do. I'm sure he understands very well the importance of titles, thumbnails, and the way the YouTube game is played, but also the importance of making good content that will keep people around. Otherwise, people aren't going to watch future videos, right? So there's obviously an element of that going on. I'm also kind of confused on Octane's perspective on the importance of personalities, because he talked a lot in this episode, and understandably so, about how important personalities are to the competitive Call of Duty scene, how difficult it's going to be when Scump retires, for example, and why a lot of new players should actually, you know, make more content, right? And that's something I try and, well, help promote here on the channel. I want the best for competitive Call of Duty, I want the best for the league, and a lot of that comes from the personalities themselves. So that's why I push that in that direction, right? And that's how my videos are framed a lot of the times about individual players. And Octane, I think, probably recognizes himself, and I think a lot of us recognize within the scene that when a lot of the pro players, a lot of the veteran pro players move on, the massive names, then Octane is pretty much one of the biggest personalities we have in the scene. So that's why he finds himself in a lot of videos on this channel, because I'm trying to do my best to, well, help not necessarily him individually, but help the scene prosper and grow. And that's been pretty much the key focus of this channel since its inception. So I don't wish ill will on anyone. I'm just trying to make content that competitive Call of Duty fans will enjoy. I suppose we'll leave it there for now. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm saying, right? Octane's like, the more content, the better. But I understand why pro players wouldn't appreciate, well, a certain type of content, right? And yeah, it just kind of is what it is. But let's talk about this then, because Enable says, look, Crim was cooking you. Must have been because you were giving it to him the long way back in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 at the World Championships when 100 Thieves matched up with OpTic Gaming, as it was at the time. And look, Crimsix said a few days ago the fact that, yeah, look, like Octane, if you got him as a top 5 assault rifle player, you are nowhere near. You don't understand, like, the KD is obviously not everything. There's other things in the game. And Crim obviously thinks he's a lot better than Octane in the current iteration of the game. So I'll share the clip on what Octane has to say in response, saying that, like, look, Crimsix, you're the winningest player of all time. Why do you care what these people have to say over on Reddit? Just mind your own business. And well, I'm not really sure why you keep coming at me so often in this online type of stuff, and well, saying he even kind of confronted him over text about it, because like they feel like they're good friends, or at least Octane feels like they're good friends, but well, maybe Crimsix has some other perspective in terms of what he's been saying as of late.
Anyway, so what do you have to say about Crim?
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say? Because I'm not gonna pry it out of you. It's your choice. I just felt like if I don't come back to it, people are just.
I can't wait to end up in a Rob video, but I don't know, man. Porter's been pissing me off lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because I consider him a good friend of mine. You know, he and I are always are good in person. We share similar interest cars and that stuff. And online, he just likes to talk about me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I confronted him about it 2 days ago or something like that, because he went on the flank and was like talking to me for literally no reason at all. I was like, why are you being weird? And he was like, man, all these kids on Reddit are always talking about KD, and like I just had to prove a point. I'm like, why? I literally, I could read the text word for it. I'm like, dude, you have won 1 million championships. You're literally the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. Why are you soft about Reddit? Why are you soft about Twitter kids? Why you got to prove a point to anybody?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? You have like 1.5 mil earned in COD. Why the you have a Miami blue Porsche? Why are you?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way.
Because
this is not the first time. I texted him. This is not the first time that he's been talking shit about me when I don't do anything. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think the Black Ops 4 performance really tilted him. I don't know what it was. Because that seems to be the
dagger.
I like Crim. I think Crim and I are still really good friends, but he's just weird sometimes. Everyone knows that. Yeah. I think everyone watching this podcast knows that. Mm-hmm. It's just how he is.
So what do you guys think about this, right? Is Crimsix just like a little bit too soft on these issues? Because this is what surprises me. If you're like a Michael Jordan or something, like you don't care what people on Reddit have to say. Like you don't need to respond to this criticism. You shut the critics up with your gameplay, right? So that does always confuse me. I know that Crimsix is probably having a good time with a lot of the chatter he does, and responding to people on Reddit and calling people out and everything. Like I'm sure he's giggling about it and all this type of stuff, which is perfectly fine. It's good for content, right? At the end of the day, but I don't know. Like if I was the greatest player of all time, I probably wouldn't feel too much of a need to respond to this type of stuff. Like I'm the man. Like I'm kind of minding my own business in a sense. I think that's kind of what Octane's getting at, right? Like why are you getting so soft about a lot of what people have to say on Reddit, right? Why do you need to feel like you need to set people right? You're the winningest player of all time. You won the most championships ever. You've tied for the most world championships ever. If you obviously include last year, well, some people called a Mickey Mouse rig or whatever, but at the end of the day, it was still an impressive championship result with the Dallas Empire Modern Warfare. So I kind of think Octane has a fair point here, to be honest, and you're not really sure why there's such a back and forth between these two players. They were teammates, of course, back in OpTic Gaming in World War II, to not exactly great success, but mixed success most certainly. And well, maybe they could be teammates again. Who really knows in the future? But maybe not on the current trajectory, especially given they're both main assault rifle players right now as it stands. Things were a little bit different a few years ago, let's say back in World War II. Speaking of World War II, I suppose we've got Justin Silly Fargo right here, the world champion of that year on Evil Geniuses, and there was quite some discussion right now, yes, last night, let's just say, between Los Angeles Guerrillas Academy. They were in the grand finals of the Challengers Cup. They had a pretty good result. Of course, we've seen them as of late destroying their own, their starting roster. And as Jetski says, Jesus, I just saw the resemblance between LAG and LAG Academy live in 4K, because LAG Academy got completely destroyed in one of these early maps right here. They're up 222 to 96, so LAG just catching strays left, right, and centre. They throw this one away and lose the map. However, they go back on to win the series anyway. Morks was getting absolutely hyped out of control. It was pretty entertaining stuff, to be honest. And Guerrillas Academy regains, won the next 3 maps, and take down the Challengers Cup number 18 champions. Chino, Nero Poison, Morks, and Exceed. Despite losing this map in pretty tragic happens, as Josh says right here, at least one of the Los Angeles Guerrillas teams can win something. So pretty incredible, to be honest, the fact that the Academy just seems to be way better than the starting roster right now. Chino was getting pretty hyped as well. This is the final map, as you can see right here. They break into this garage over at this P3 on Raid. Gets a couple of kills, does Chino, shoots some bodies, talks trash. It's pretty incredible to see, to be honest, and all the guys leave the body, or all the guys leave the lobby on the other team, and he starts shooting bodies, is what I was trying to get. I thought this is interesting as well, that Breaking Point points out, I don't really follow the League of Legends Championship Series, LCS, whatever, but FlyQuest, apparently one of these organizations, replaced their entire roster with the Academy team and went 3-0. Prior to that run, they were in last place for the LCS 2020 summer split. So you must wonder whether some of these teams are just going to say, look, we've had the Academy squad for a while. They're actually way better than our pro team. Do we just chuck them in the starting team and see how things go. It's something which technically they could do. Whether they will do it, of course, is probably another matter entirely. But well, something to keep your eyes on at the very least for Los Angeles Grillers, because whether they keep their academy as is going into next season and switch up the entirety of their starting team and maybe bring in some players from the academy, certainly something you could think about, right? LAG, at least they have options on their hands, but of course they're not sitting pretty right now in the standings. And just to finish off with this clip as well, the Breaking Point pointer on this day back in 2015, Formal got this sniper ace. This is honestly incredible ace. It's what's ridiculous about it is that like the observers didn't do the greatest job in catching all of Formal's kills, but I mean, like, as well, Formal says right here, might be the sickest ace of all time, no doubt about it. Some of these kills, I mean, even from the other players' perspective, look honestly incredible, and it's a shame we didn't get to see it fully from Formal's perspective, but you can certainly get get an inkling on how things are going from looking at taking down slasher replays, Temp and Huke on denial as it was at the time. But intrigued to take your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really helps out the YouTube because I know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and I'm growing the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you much as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
For denial, going to the A bomb site once again. Slasher pushing through hospital.
Super aggressive here, and they're going to know that OpTic aren't here. Formal will pick up kills, trade it away. Tam's going to try and make this one. It is now. Formal actually managed to get 2 versus 2. Already kicking down.
Oh
Formal
my
gets
God.
3. Formal's got 3 out of the 4.
Oh my God!
Formal with the ace. Surely that was him. We're going to see that in the final kill cam to confirm it. It is. Formal will get the ace at 5-4 to make it 6-4 for them. Every single kill coming out of him there.
That's a thing? You're allowed to do that? Just get all 4? That was
With
in
a
like
sniper.
7 seconds with a sniper. The Halo player coming out strong.